The gentlewoman from Florida is recognized.
I thank the ranking member for yielding, and congratulations on presenting your first bill, your first appropriations bill on the House floor. We're all behind you. I rise in strong opposition to Republicans' fiscal year 25 Homeland Security bill, which neglects the real threats that we face from anti-Semitism, extremism, and domestic terror, and promises to throw our southern border into chaos. After walking away from a robust, bipartisan border security deal, all to pander to Donald Trump, the GOP has finally offered up its alternative. And since this is nothing more than a messaging exercise, I want to make sure my constituents get the message. Republicans are slashing resources for border management and immigration processing. They are hanging border communities out to dry by defunding shelter and services. And they neglect the founding mission of the Department of Homeland Security by eliminating terrorism prevention funds. You just can't make this stuff up. This bill also rolls back successful Biden administration policies like family reunification and humanitarian parole. And worse, it doubles down on ultra-MAGA policies like separating children from parents, racial profiling, and inflicts cruel bans on reproductive health care. As a senior member of the Appropriations Committee, I led Democrats in committee demanding full funding for critical programs like nonprofit security grants, which defend our communities against surging anti-Semitism and hate crimes. In the months following October 7th, harassment, vandalism, and assault against Jews increased by over 360%, with nearly 9,000 documented examples across all 50 states. Federal hate crime investigations shot up by 60% since then, and the majority of cases involve threats against Jews, who comprise just 2% of the U.S. population. But every single Republican member voted to waste that money on a useless border wall instead, which Mexico still isn't paying for, by the way, rather than protecting their Jewish constituents. This bill is more concerned with protecting the reputation of extremists who spread anti-Semitic disinformation than it is with protecting the lives of Jewish Americans. That is shameful. We know the result of failing to provide these spaces with the protection they need. Communities of all faiths have been devastated by hateful extremists. We must direct our limited Homeland Security resources against real threats we face, not towards some fictional invasion or against women's reproductive health care or against rainbow flags or providing political cover for your convicted felon ringleader. I urge my colleagues to reject these political games and get serious about funding our immigration system and securing our communities against extremist terror, and I yield back the balance of my time.